Hello and welcome to my first sketchbook tour. My name's River. The sketchbook took me about a year to finish, or not even, I think. I started this October 2024 and I finished it in June of 2025. This is the cover. I themed the color scheme and I really like it. I miss looking at these stickers. Critter, that's a little tiny Austin Knight. Tiny Dan and Phil. Kitty. I have a black cat, so I love them. And Flower Gerard. There's a lot of emo fan art in this. That's most of what it is, so let's get into it. So at first, I think it was Halloween. Yeah, it was October when I started this sketchbook, so I was thinking about My Chemical Romance, and I was listening to a lot of The Damned. They're I think there's a few The Damned fan arts in this book. They're my favorite band ever, but whatever. This is Dave Vanian. He's the vampire lead singer of The Damned, and he's he was my muse for years. And then this is Gerard. I was also reading Unholy Verse when I started this sketchbook, so there's a lot of MCR at the start. This is me. This is what I looked like when I started this sketchbook. I started this sketchbook right after going to see the Terrible Influence tour, and so that was what I wore every day. And my @ is actually ratzinmyattic. It used to be basement, but I changed it because of Twitter. This is Captain Sensible from The Damned. Actually, I'm mad at them. Okay, they're a punk band from the 70s, and they've been my favorite band for years, and just recently, the last song that they came out with, they used fucking AI in one of their music videos, so they're fucking canceled. They're the oldest fucking punk band ever, though, and I'm they're boomers, and it doesn't surprise me, but still, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Anyways, this is Unholy Verse. I think me and my brother were joking about Gerard loafing like a cat, and that's what that is. And every time they're talking in fan fiction, they say he hissed. There's so many times in that fic where Frank says something bitchy and they're he hissed, and so I'm always picturing him actually hissing like Link did in that one Good Mythical Morning video. Oh, this is Dan and Phil in the Huskies mascot uniform because they're fucking furries, and they went to see a Huskies game because they love furries. When they were in Seattle, I went to both shows in Seattle for Tit. And this is Glasses Phil. That's my favorite photo card that I got. Frank. Gerard and Frank and Gerard and Frank. And I think that's Den and Phil. And that's Mikey. That was I had a dream that I was drawing Mikey and he looked very shaped like that, and so I had to draw it. I don't know. Somebody remind me what the name of the Huskies mascot is. I think it's Harry or something. Anyways, he's cute. Shadow. I kin Shadow, so there's probably a lot of Shadow in this book. Mikey with an ugly doll and lyrics to Crybaby by Water Parks. Oh, this is from Unholy Verse. They're looking for Gerard because Gerard's possessed by a demon, and they're using security cameras to find him, and I was just picturing it like FNAF, and I wanted to draw that. I still want to like animate that or something. I think it's funny. Oh, this is a comic from Unholy Versus when Gerard is possessed and he like throws Mikey across the room, and I pictured it with like really cartoony physics, and so I had to draw it. I made a little animation for it on TikTok. I'll like insert that here. More Unholy Verse. I like love when him and Frank are like just chilling in that room and talking about God and stuff. I like pictured the atmosphere in this fic like so vibey and good, and so I just love drawing stuff from it. And then this was from the last like Sims video where Dalian turned into a ghost. I'm like obsessed with Dalian, and I love Dan and Phil's Sims series in general. I like need to draw more of that. And these little ghosts from The Sims were just like the cutest things ever. They're like little puppies. Scene Austin. He's baby. Dan with that fucking tattoo sleeve shirt on and the freaking crafts shirt that was like so fucking good. Frank and a beaver. Dan and Phil, the like ancient Tumblr picture where their suits are like photoshopped on them and it looks like they just got married. And that, I don't know, I was thinking about that. I really like the lines on this too. Lemon Gerard. Hands studies. Gerard's hands are like really fun to draw. Mikey. And Frank. Quit staring at me with them big old eyes. I don't know, his eyes are huge in that pic. Frank and Mikey in Unholy Verse. I love that. I love drawing blood. Austin. Yeah, I love him. Davinian and Captain Sensible of the Damned, if they were like cute emo girls. Ooh, Secretary Gerard and the dog. This is when the like tour stuff started getting announced and I was tweaking. I think I did these digitally. Mikey and Gerard, because that's me and my brother. Tyler and Josh. That freaking video. I'll like fall asleep to my MCR video mix a lot, and I always wake up when this video comes on because, oh, Frankie always cracks me up and gets so stuck in my head. It like, I have to wake up and watch it every time it's on. Dan, Lawyer Dan, when he looks like a pathetic little bitch, and the tit. If you went to tit, you know what I'm talking about. Gerard. Mikey with a frog hat. Mikey with a frog hat. And then Pete, and that's that bacon video, you know. Pete, you froze. Pete. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Rayrard, Angel Babies. Phil, my Philly page. I love to draw Phil. Pretty much all I draw now is Dan and Phil. Like in this sketchbook, it's like very much like a lot of interests, but like lately, all I draw is Dan and Phil. Oh, more Dan and Phil. The horse video, that, the calendar and the video and everything about it meant so much to me. I was a horse girl growing up, so like, I don't know, my inner child was kind of living for this. I drew it a lot. Yeah. And then this is Tyler and Josh in the Amish fic. Yeah, I was reading the Amish fic, and they gave Amish Tyler a phone and let him play Roblox, and so the thought of him playing Dress to Impress like made me pee my pants. And then this is a part from Over the Garden Wall. And then this is a little animation I made with Amish Tyler to a clip from Moonstruck. I'll insert the TikTok I made from it.
What is life? They say bread is life. And I bake bread, and I sweat and shovel this stinking dough in and out of this hot hole in the wall, and I should be so happy. Huh, sweetie?
I love Moonstruck. That's such a good fucking movie. Oh, Minty Austin. This was right when he got minty, and I was drawing him with glitter pens, and I think it's so pretty. This is one of my favorite Austins I've ever drawn. I love drawing Austin. He's pretty. Sonic. Huggy Wuggy. Gerard in that one interview. Yeah. Over the Garden Wall. I think it was like Thanksgiving. Yeah. This page is crazy. I was going through stuff. I think that's like a fucked up Austin, and Huggy Wuggy's farting on him, and Huggy tripping and falling. I have a lot of plushies of Huggy Wuggy, and my brother has one of Kissy Missy, and we were just like taking them everywhere at this point. That's Tyler looking depressed. I love the like pose of him though, and like the like folds in the clothes look good to me. Huggy, Kissy Missy drinking Austin because he looks like Baja Blast. Phil. I think Phil has the prettiest profile of like any human ever. He just like looks like an alien, and he's so gorgeous. And I love that drawing. I should color it or something. Dan and Phil, that was like somebody's meet and greet, and they gave them a llama hat, and they gave Phil a blonde llama hat, and I am so obsessed with it. He looks so cute. That's my baby kitty. Her name's Demon. This is a little sketch for an Austin that I did digitally. I'll put that in because the finished one was really cool. I like did a bunch of stuff on the like posters and shit in his room because he's a scene queen. Frank. Oh, this is a part from Unholy Verse. What should I say, man? You just told me that you were chosen by God to save the children or whatever. I pierce people's nipples. I love him. And he was giving Robbie, so same hat. Ooh. And then Dan cut a mullet in Australia for, yeah. And that's when he posted that picture and everyone was tweaking their dick off. And I freaked out. I had to draw it a lot, obviously. That interview, I colored this digitally, but God, I love when he's yapping and he's dissociating. They're everything. Huggy, Shadow, Austin now, and then baby Austin. And then really, really pretty pictures of Gerard. I had to draw them. Just saw them on Twitter. Austin and Josh done. I love a black and red bitch, because that's me. That picture of Gerard in this freaking furry hat is so cute. And Flank. And Jawad. And Mikey. And then the little autism creatures. I made these guys out of clay and like painted them. I'll put pictures of them. I'm obsessed with those. I need to make more of them. Ooh. This was like based on a picture of my brother. He was like sitting next to me and our cat sat on him like that. And I was like, I need to draw Gerard like that. And I really like the like colors I used for the cat. I was like whole assing this with acrylic paint, and I like the way it turned out. This is Aurora. She's like everything. Every winter when I get really depressed and like I feel like I need to touch grass and be in nature, but I can't because it's too cold, I'll listen to Aurora, and it like makes me feel really good. She's awesome. Her music is so good, and I think she gives me the same energy that Phil does, like ethereal little fairy alien, like just like magic weird vibes, and I love her. Tyler and his hands. I love to draw hands. I was like going nutso with the knuckles and shading and everything, clearly. And that look is everything. And Spider Clancy. I love that. This is like when I started to like really full ass this sketchbook, I think. I started like watching sketchbook tours, and it made me want to do like full spreads like this. Yeah, because this is my Josh one. Josh and aliens. I love him. I love aliens. I love this little pom pow. I don't know. I love Josh Dunn. I really like the way I did his hair here. It's like pretty. And this alien was really fun to paint. I was just doing like full on acrylic paint. I didn't even have like markers then. I like got markers later in this book and started going way more nuts with color, but at this point I was just using acrylic paint, and it was like fun, but it's a lot of work. This is me going crazy. This is Josh Dunn, and he has boba eyes, and I think they're pretty. This Gerard is like really good. I love this Gerard. Sometimes the shit that I do like really quick and I'm not thinking much about is the shit that I like the most. Ooh, these are my Living Dead dolls. I'm like obsessed with priests and nuns, obviously, like The Damned and Unholy Verse Gerard and Sister Daniel and Father Philip. Like, I just have been really on that, and these Living Dead dolls are my favorite ones. I'll put a picture of them. They're like so fucking cool. I got them for Christmas, and they were like my most grail Living Dead dolls. They're my favorite ones, and I'm so happy I have them now. They're my favorite things ever. I had to paint them. And then this is Dan and Phil kissing in the slime crafts video and PJ. This was like based on a Twitter post. Yeah, I like that. And then a goat. And that's me dicking around. And that's Dan and Phil. And this would not get out of my head. This is a video of Gerard from one of their concerts. Look at that young boy going to the parade. Get real. It gets so stuck in my head. I love it. I love the way he talks. Gerard, I love you. Tyler, and he picked all the tomatoes off his sandwich because he's a little autistic baby. And Cowboy Sheriff Josh Dunn with Ethel lyrics. This is when I was really into reading Strangers by Blurry Cheese on AO3. That is like the best fic. It's like so well written and like insane, crazy, dark, like the themes of like Ethel Kane with gay Joshler. It's like so fucking good. Yeah, this is from Strangers because Tyler's a whore. And I was watching Brittany Broski while I read it, so something about that. Baby Tyler SpongeBob. And that picture is the cutest ever. Ooh, Pete Key, Jennifer's Body, AU, I guess. They're boys, but also they're lesbians. Let's be real. Yeah, I like this page. This is when I started going nuts with markers. fuck? You need a mani bad. Yeah, I love this Pete. His face is really pretty. This is one of my favorite pages. I loved all the like details in the background of this. I loved doing the wallpaper. It's just one of those times where I was just like stimming, like I was just in flow state. Strangers Tyler, Ethel Kane lyrics, Austin. Every time I get new markers, I want to draw Austin really bad because he's like rainbow guy. He's so many colors, so pretty and so fun. I really like this tiny little pink one. I love him in this pink hoodie with his purple hair. That's one of my favorite Austin looks. On that, I really like the way that turned out. Tyler throwing it back. Chocolate chip Mikey Way. Clancy, a hand. That fucking cat. If you know, you know. Ooh, my Starfucker zombie page. I was like missing this vibe. I was missing this look. It was like after Austin scrapped it all, and I was like just missing summer when I was like looking forward to this album and missing him, and so I was drawing that. And then Austin like liked it and commented on it on Twitter, and I like crashed out and cried. It was like the best day ever. Him tweaking, him with his mustache, and then him with his minty and Huggy Wuggy. L, me. I love L. I think about him all the time. He's like a comfort character to me. He's my picture on most of my socials. And I had just got these Hello Pandas and I was thinking about him, so I had to draw him on Hello Pandas, obviously. I like the way I did the hair. I'm tweaking again. I'm not doing good. Catnap Critter, though, I love these bitches. This is from a plushie I had of him. And Clancy and Ned. Squished kitty. Burger Ferrard, I guess. This is like based on a stock image of a girl with a glowing burger, and I love Frank and his veggie burgers. And these are lyrics to Burger Queen by Placebo. That's one of my favorite songs and makes me think of Burger King Gerard. Oh, this is like a Tumblr post or something. Remember when teachers would tell you to fold a paper hamburger or hot dog style? Kind of sounds like some fake shit, but just another example of burger-centric American thinking. Non-Americans doubting if this is true. You think burger is a fucking joke to us? I love that. Clancy Kitty. This picture of him is everything. He's literally a kitty. Placebo, because obviously I was listening to Placebo, and I love them. I loved drawing them. Brian Molko is like so pretty. They're both pretty. And this picture is everything because he's holding a flaking kitty. And then Amazing Phil. I was watching old Phil videos and feeling nostalgic for being an emo furry obsessed with Phil. And then now Phil. I love Lion Phil and his like blonde little mane. I need to draw more of him, and also Bear Dan, because I love Lion and Bear. I think that's very them. Patrick, he's so cute. He's a little frog baby. And Gerard and Pete. Vampire Pete is my favorite Pete. Snowy mountains and some lyrics to Aurora with the dragon from Tears of the Kingdom. I was listening to a lot of Aurora and playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom this winter, and it was good. Austin and Dan. I love this Austin page. I loved his minty hair. I loved it with the roots grown out and it all faded like that. I thought that looked so freaking good. And this puppy was so cute and it was so fun to draw because its fur was so curly. And I love to draw curly hair. And I think the colors are awesome. And I love him in this sweater. I love Austin. I love drawing Austin. I need to draw more Austin. And then Dan in all his horned hoodies because he had just got that one. And it was making me so nostalgic. And this one, like this Puppy Playtime video is one of my favorite videos of theirs ever. I've rewatched it so many freaking times I couldn't even count. Yeah. I love him. And I like the way I did those eyes. I love the thin lines on this. MCR, my 3 beautiful girlfriends, and yes, they smoke weed. Need I say more? Cheerleader Gerard with cheerleader lyrics by Femme and Austin. Ooh, this page is good. This is one where I was just like freeballing it with a pen. I drew Seal Gerard and I went to write Sealrard, but my brain is so cooked on Dan and Phil, I wrote Feelrard, and I was like, wait, seal isn't the animal. I mean, feel isn't like what a seal is called. It's like the fan seal. It's not just like, I don't know, feel has replaced seal in my brain because all I think about is Dan and Phil. Dan and my kitty, she can be like Boba or Kiki, depending on the minute, I guess. Share if you don't think Gerard. Josh Dunn. Shadow on a log. And Gerard down in some honey. And Aliens and Froggy Patrick. And Patrick and Pete. And this is my OC, Calvin. He's very Sans Undertale, but I made him before Sans Undertale was a thing. I was just a baby, and I was obsessed with this skeleton beanie baby, and I wanted to turn him into an OC. And he's a cool dude. This LPS with the hair tuft. And this is Phil in a Furby hat that I saw on Pinterest. And then this is Shoe Sock Phil and lyrics to Freight Yard by The Garden. And these are some 2000s Furbies. I think 2000s Furbies are like beautiful little angels and I really want one. I wish they weren't so expensive. I love to draw them. They're so cute. I love Furbies in general. Furbies are one of my favorite things. And Space Buns Pete Wentz. Yeah. Okay, this Austin I did first, and I just wanted him to look very like punk, comic book, graffiti-esque, you know? And then I was also thinking about SLC punk, and so I wanted to draw Steve-O too in the same style because I love a punk dude with spiky, colorful hair. What can I say? Yeah, I love all the little background doodles. I tried to make them like their vibes. These are very inspired by the way that Austin draws. I love Austin's art style. I think he's good at drawing. And these are more pen doodles. Little Shadow, Gumball, Johnny. I loved Jake and Johnny when they were insane. Sorry. This is a Bratz boy. And he looks brain dead. I don't know. Corn dogs. I love Jake. White trash chocolate chip Mikey Way. Yeah, what else can I say about that? Mikey Way when he looked white trash and he had a freaking chocolate chip on his head. Guy outside my window in my nightmare. Right. And a rat. And that's the bitch from that album. That's a kitty listening to Barely Human. And that's Barely Human. And Urethra Patrick. And Austin's eyebrows when he, like, combed them up in that one photo shoot. And Austin, and he's gonna take you to Mickey D's. Kitty. Dracula's gay cousin, I arch my bacula. Right. Okay. Petrick. I think I was thinking about Bubbling and Gumly when I was drawing this. Austin, when he posted that picture of him in that sweater and I was tweaking and I had to draw it so that I could stare at it. Good times. Obviously, I like leopard print. Ooh, Poppy Playtime, Dan and Phil. That's my comfort series. I literally love Poppy Playtime and I love Dan and Phil, so like, what's not to love? Demon guy and he wants to be a princess. Ooh, this is my favorite spread. This is my Orville Peck spread. Orville Peck is like everything to me. I am in love with him. All his music is fucking bangers and he's gorgeous, and what can I say? I'm kind of a country boy. I love a cowboy. I love a sexy hot cowboy with tattoos. And I love a man in a mask. I need to like make this a print or something because I'm so obsessed with this page. That's me, and that is my baby Boava. And that is me and my baby Boava, and we are rats. And that's us smoking in our bathroom in our Dan and Phil hoodies and our pajamas. Water parks. I think I was just watching the Sneaking Out of Heaven music video, and like the part where this shot flashes on the screen, it just like makes me feel like my heart drop. Like I just like, it's so pretty and it's so good. This music video is the best music video ever. This song is the best song ever. I get emotional about it. And he's just so pretty, and all the colors, like, I don't know. I want to like paint every shot from it. This is me waiting for Dan and Phil to release Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, and I guess I was going through it. I'm not gonna lie. Doodles. Listening to drag music and looking at Pinterest and drawing really sloppy, lazy stuff is kind of good. And I kind of hit flow state, not gonna lie. Frank and a seal. Frank, and he's possessed. Joshler, scary looking Pete. Austin. Bedhead Austin, Bedhead Phil. Help. Sister Daniel. I like this page a lot. I was just rewatching this video. This is the best fucking video. And the way Dan is standing like that, and then Phil's like, is there a reason why you always stand like that when you're in nun form? And then Dan says, yes, because I'm quite literally afraid that something's gonna flop out at any moment. I love the way Phil says in nun form. Like this is him like shape-shifting. This is him like, this is his Pokemon evolution, and he's in his nun form when he's Sister Daniel. I love their minds. Furby Austin. This feels very full circle because I just went to see water parks and I took a picture with my brother and water parks, and we were all holding Furbies, and I had Austin name one of our unnamed Furbies, and he named it Saltcorn. I love this man. I love this strange man so much. Me, like, vent drawing, feeling sad about my childhood. Phil. This is just me high on Phil, I guess. I love Phil. I love to draw Phil. Yeah. These are more, just doodles. Brain dump time. I feel like Fox Mulder. My precious baby Nuckington bear, Nuck Nuck, red adorable teddy bear, grape lover. This was like somebody's comment on a picture of Knuckles on Pinterest, and I really got a kick out of that. Huggy. Purdy, she's one of the Living Dead dolls that I want really bad. And then this, like, Furby dragon. I really want to get, like, a sleeve with, like, a long Furby dragon. I'm, like, gonna design that tattoo and get it one day. Alien. Pretty little flirty gay alien. He kind of looks like my OC that I had as a kid. His name was The Void, and he kind of looked like this, but he was just all black, and he had blue eyes, and he was just like a void of darkness. This is like him as an alien. Dan and Phil. This is when I was like actually crushing hard on my now boyfriend, and I was just looking through little fortunes and tea bags that I had and thinking really gay thoughts. That's what that page is. Marshall Lee is like another kin character, and he was like my kin when I was like 13, and I was feeling kind of triggered and listening to a lot of Fall Out Boy, and that was where my mind was. That's body dysmorphia Phil, and that's a rat bee, and that's how I was feeling, I guess. And that's the bat from Ferngully. I love him. Austin with a mustache. Oh, I love Austin with a mustache. And Starfucker Austin. These are like my favorite Austins, probably. I loved this background. This is from a LOL surprise doll or something, and it made for such a cool like background. I love this stuff. Random stuff: hot dog, brain milk, tornado cheese bowls, huggy wuggy, lyrics to The Garden. Dan and Phil. I was looking for a photo card with their hoodies for years, and then when they released the photo cards on their merch website, I ordered some more, and I got the freaking hoodies card. It wasn't the like raw one, but it was the other one, and I was like, I'm so happy with that. I just needed them in those hoodies so bad. Phil is so cute. I love to draw Phil. I love to put little critter stickers on my pages. Yeah. Snado. I love them. Austin in a collar. It was like collar day for one of the park's drawing weeks themes, and that's my shit right there. Panda Pete. MCR as Monster High. I think a lot of people have drawn this, but it's good. Like, this concept is so so delicious. I love the like silver paint on that chain on Frank's pants. I love Ray. I love the Ray. I love to draw Ray. Hesitant Alien page. I'm like really obsessed with this spread. I think this is really good. I wanted to draw Lola like a Monchichi. Because I love Monchichis and I love Lola and I love Hesitant Alien and I love Gerard. And I love this. Sometimes the stuff I like the most that I draw is stuff that's like itty bitty. Yeah. Goes after the pregnant Phil April Fool's thing. I don't have anything else to say about that. This is me. This is like my little fairy Sona. Hot Pocket. Starfucker. This was like inspired by some BJDs. I'll put the @ and the picture that I was inspired by, but love him. Love this. Love the colors. I need to like make it a print. Seeing Austin. He's cute. Dana feels smoking out of an Easter Bunny bong. Everyone was joking about that on Twitter. I had to draw it. And then Phil and his pontoon experience. He doesn't give a fuck. His boyfriend is freaking barfing off the side of the pontoon. He's chilling. He's on vacation. That's my fursona. That's baby Dan and Phil. Yeah. Snado. This is just a page of doodles. You can look at that. It was summer. It was summertime. I don't know. Penis. That's venting art. That's Austin with his big fat gloomy bear baby in his car. Because that's when that was happening. Otto. I was drawing this outside on my trampoline and there was actual ladybugs crawling on it and it was just kind of magic. That's me and my boyfriend's personas and Conan Gray lyrics and some stickers that he sent me on a package. I love him. That's me as a raccoon and burger finger lyrics that my brother drew me. I love that. That's my favorite. And these little fast food critter stickers. That's Michael and Austin. After the Gimme a Break video came out, I wanted to draw them having a freaking slumber party. And I really like it. I like their pajama pants. This was some like inner child work my therapist was having me draw. My inner child as like something visual that kind of represented me. And that's that. And then this is me now. Oh, Soul Star that my boyfriend drew when I was at his house in California. And that's us. And I love him and I miss him and I'm gonna go see him soon. And I can't freaking wait. That's us. That's Dan. That was for Dan's birthday. It was his birthday the day I was flying home from visiting my boyfriend, so I was drawing these on the plane ride back. And this is some like scrapbooking from that trip. Sister Daniel and Father Philip. Yeah, I love them. I love them a lot. And then these are like loose little drawings from stuff that didn't make it into my book. And yeah, that's it. So I'm working on another sketchbook now, and I'll give you guys one tour of that once that one's finished. But thanks so much for coming and looking if you watched all of that, and tell me what you thought. And yeah, follow my socials for all my art. I post a lot as I draw, and I draw a lot of stuff digitally too. Yeah, thanks so much. Bye.